Hey everyone, it's Jack again with Toy Dojo, and today we're taking a look at the KFC E.A.V.I. Metal Phase 9A Kingorilla and Kongor, otherwise known as KFC's interpretation of a masterpiece Apeface and Spasma. So taking a look at this is a sample that was sent to me to take a look at. I'm a little bit late on getting it out, but I say better late than never. So we're going to take a look at him, and first off, let's see what he comes with. So he comes with this, which is going to be first plane mode, but it can also double as a shield that you can put onto his forearm here if you wanted to. Take that, and that can fit on here like so. You can use it as maybe some kind of claw weapon, or just a cool shield that he can use to block any kind of fire attacks. So he's got that. Comes with these two here, which are going to go onto his plane mode. Little like thruster fires that come out of the thrusters there. So there's those. Comes with a little screwdriver so you can install some batteries inside these guns. And he has two of these guns here. And so they include a screwdriver in case you don't have one, which is cool. So you would take out that screw, that screw, that screw, put the batteries in, and then there's an LED light that sits right inside there. Right there, that you would turn on and off with this here. Don't have any batteries for it, so unfortunately I cannot show that function. However, see, it is a red light that goes through there, so that's pretty neat. He can hold it right here in his hand with this handle here, or you can flip that over, and that can be put into his plane mode. Or if you want to store them in his robot mode, you can store them right here on this forearm, or on the shoulders here, and they would stay right inside there. So that's a good little use for them as well. So you got those options there. Now the one thing about them for his hand, with this little piece here, it doesn't really fit into his hand all that well. If we look at his hand here, you can see where that's a pretty large slot right there. And then it just doesn't go in, it doesn't stay in there. So when I put that in, I just can't even get it to peg in at all. It just won't go in there. So hopefully that's something they fix for the final one. Because that would be a shame if you can't get him to even hold his gun. So there's that. Alright, let's take this stuff off him. Oh, and the last thing it comes with, which I think is really cool, is a display stand. So we look at that, and we see the KFC logo right there. It says Keith's Fantasy Club, and that's our logo. So really cool. I like the display stand. That's really neat that they included that for his plane mode there. Let's get these weapons off. Let's take a look at him. He's cool colors. I like his colors. Gray, silver, black, and purple. And I'm a big Decepticon fan, so purple to me is awesome. Anytime I get purple in my figures, I'm really happy about that. So looks really cool. I never had Apeface as a child. I never really was big into the Headmaster animals for some reason. I don't know why. I didn't really care for them. So whatever that means. Articulation on him. His head does move around. You can do a whole 360. You can put his ape face there, or gorilla face, make him look like Planet of the Apes if you want to. There is unfortunately no up or down motion. A little tiny bit, but it won't hold there. It just kind of goes back down. And that's just because it just plugs right into the chest here. So there's no kind of rotation on that. The arms themselves, they will go all the way around. Obviously this hinders it right here, but they do go up and down on a nice strong ratchet. They can come all the way out to the side. Even the face up, like that. He's got an upper bicep swivel right there. He's got a lower bicep swivel right there. He's got a double jointed elbow like this, which you can't get all the way up just because this is going to run into that. But you can see there it's a double joint that goes right there. He does have a waist rotation, and that's mainly due for transformation, so it will rotate a full 360. Just like so. Up on the hips right here, these hip skirts do move up. Let's get this up and out of the way. The legs are on a strong ratchet this way. They go forward on a soft ratchet and backwards, which again hindered because of this right there. So it's about as far back as you can get that. And he does have his knee bend like this. And the only rotation is going to be up here on the upper thigh. There's nothing here on the knee. So He does get some toe tilts up and heel tilts. That is mainly for transformation, but they are there. So you got that. And then the foot itself kind of does tilt up and down just a little bit. If you look at them, this one's probably easier to look at. There you go. So there's that. Now he does suffer from the, hey, I'm either going to stand straight up, or if I use my first ratchets, it's going to be way out here. So that's unfortunate in itself. But if you put it back to that first stance, like this, you can spread them just enough to where, before you get to that ratchet, just spread them out enough and you'll be able to get them to stand like that. So that's not too bad. The hands are all individually articulated as far as the fingers go. They're all ball jointed here at the knuckle bases. Me personally, I don't care for those just because they have a tendency to pop off a lot, and then sometimes these break. And so, you know, that's unfortunate. I mean, you could probably get replacement hands, but still, I think me personally, I prefer it whenever they're pinned through here and then just individually articulated like this. Or the Fans Toys Phoenix. Theirs were pinned through, but they were still able to separate because they had kind of like I forgot, I don't even know what you call it, but they were able to open up, each finger was able to open up, and they didn't rely on a ball joint. So I thought that was really neat for them to do that. The one cool thing about him is, let me pop his head off. He does have a working chest tech spec, if you will. So we look at that there. We take this, plug it back in, and then that works. So that's cool. I look at like the Fans Toys version of Weird Wolf, and theirs didn't do that. Theirs was just painted. So I thought that was really cool that KFC made that work like that. So that's really neat. And talking about the Headmaster, so there's his face right there. Obviously we saw that. We saw the gorilla face right there. And then let's just transform up real quick. So easy. Open. And there you go. And you just open this up here. So pretty cool looking little Headmaster there. He's got the arm bends right here. Head rotates. Really, again, doesn't look up or down. And this is what is causing him not to be able to look up and down, because he doesn't have any kind of movement on the up or down motion here. There's just no ball joint or anything like that. The legs themselves, they come forward, but they don't really bend like this at all. That's about as much as you're going to get. They bend more forward like this, obviously for transformation, but you don't really get anything on the back right there. So there he is. You can put a little Decepticon logo right there if you wanted to. That's really neat. Pull him off to the side here. And he does have a bit of a backpack. However, considering he is a triple changer, going from an airplane to a gorilla, it's understandable. And it's not too bad also, considering that if we look at the one like, let's say Blitzwing, for example. If we look at Ditko or any of the other versions of Blitzwing, they all do have a backpack, and that's because, again, you're having to hide a tank and an airplane inside of a robot. So any of your triple changers are usually going to have some sort of a backpack on them. So his, considering, is really not that bad at all. So I can deal with that. And the fact that this is all heavy makes it even more impressive that he can stand up pretty well. And you can see everything that's on the back there. You can see the gorilla legs right here. These would be the gorilla arms right here. Part of the wings in plane mode. The nose cone of the plane. And the main section of the plane right there. So considering he is back heavy, that's actually pretty impressive that he can hold himself up without tilting back. So size comparisons, I'm just gonna bring in a couple bots. I'm gonna bring in another one of KFC's figures, their version of Retgar. You can see he's a lot larger than that figure there. Bring in MP10 as the staple, and you can see that he's even a little bit bigger than MP10. I'd say if we're not looking at the antenna there, if we're looking just right here at their crest, he's maybe a quarter of an inch taller, maybe, I'm guessing. So, but if we're looking at the back pieces here, they look a lot taller than MP10 there. So some size comparisons there. And let's just go ahead and get into transformation. So I'm gonna pop the head off. We're gonna go into plane mode first. So I'm gonna pop the head off like this. Start down here just by putting away the hands. So open up the forearms here. Take the hands, fold these thumbs in like this. Fold the fingers in as well. And then take them and just rotate them inside like that. And just be mindful of how everything situates itself inside there. You don't want to bend or break any of the fingers, so get them, fold them in like that. Close this up like this. Do the same thing on this side here. Open it up, get the fingers, get them all down like that. And bring this inside like so. Alrighty, make sure not to pull that too far forward. There we go. Okay. And then just start like pulling apart this back piece here. So take this off like that, get all this just kind of accordioned out. Come down here to the legs. We're gonna fold the toes up like this, the heel up like that. Same thing on this side, let's fold up the heel and the toe like this. Make sure I'm not sitting too far in. And you want to just pull the torso apart like so. And we're going to take this and the arms right here, we're going to pop this piece open right there. That's just going to pop open just like that. So you can take that, open that up like that. Stretch these arms up right here, which are another more strong ratchets. So let's do it to both sides there. Take them, pop them up, strong ratchet, come on. And then you're gonna go ahead and take these, and these are gonna slide up like this. So you can do the same thing on both sides like that. And then you're gonna take this, and so that peg that's sitting right there usually pegs into there when he's in his robot mode, but it's playing mode, you're gonna put it right back into there. So you can take that, plug it in, that way that locks all this stuff in like that. Plug it right back into there. Let's get the arms out of the way for now. Come down to the bottom here, lift up this, and you also want to lift this piece up right here. So you're going to open this up, and then pull the back piece up as well, like this, and that's going to split the legs open. Just like that. Then take these like this, and you're going to pull these two pieces open like so. There's a tab here and a tab here, and those tabs are going to go into the slots that's right there and right there. So take them, straighten them out. You can open these up like this too. And close this piece up into the inside there. Take these tabs, close them down on top, like so. And do one at a time. And there's one, and the other. And these, I just like to close them to hide off, you know, that gappage right there. So you do that like that. And then just take the nose cone and get that out of the way for right now. Take the legs, and you want to take the legs, and there is a button on the back here. Just push that button in and slide these legs inside all the way to collapse them into themselves. You gotta push that button in, and let's see, there we go. Just collapse that leg all the way in. Do the same thing on this side here. Collapse that leg inside like so. And now what we're gonna do down here is we gotta get these legs, and they're gonna fold up inside here. So the way I found the easiest is to take these and rotate them down like that, so it's kind of sitting almost flush right here. Then also opening it up, I find that's easiest. And we're going to come onto this side and look at it this way. I think that was better for me, or maybe it was that way. Either way, let's do the same thing on this one here. I'm going to rotate that like so, and then just open them up, get them out of the way. And these legs here have to go and close up, and they're going to go right inside here like so. So let's see if I can show that on camera pretty well. Take that and close it down. And make sure this isn't pulled all the way out. Sometimes it may go back in, you won't do it right, so you got to make sure it's extended fully. Take it and then just pull that in and close this. And you're going to clap this. Let's see. Got to get it just right. It's a little finicky sometimes to get everything in there. There you go. When you hear that, you'll know you got it right, because this piece is going to sit kind of flush against that piece there. You're going to take this red piece, you're going to take that peg and plug it into there. Like so. And the same thing on this side here. Take that, put it all the way across. Like that. Ah, come on. Stop messing around. I swear it likes to do this whenever I'm on camera. It likes to be a little pain, anything I do. So there's that one and that one. Okay, and let's go ahead and close these up here. I said close that one up. There, okay. And now from here, you want to take these and you want to get this down like this. And then you have these here. You're going to put that one's going to peg into there. Just like that. It's going to lock that into place. This one is going to lock this into place right there. That way you got this nice and sturdy. You can pick the nose cone up and snap that into place as well. We'll finish this here in a sec. I'm just going to come back to the back again. Take these, flip these around, and what you want to do is rotate this so that way this bends in like this. And then this hole right here, you want to twist this part again, because what that's going to do is that's going to peg into that peg that is right there. Just take that, peg that into right there, just like that, and do the same thing on the other side. Take it, rotate it, make sure that's inside there. Fold the gorilla feet inside, and then take this and just make sure that is pegged into right there. All right. So now we got all that situated really well, and that's all in good place. Take this right here, and we're going to rotate these. I like to do this first. I like to just rotate this up like this, and then take this and fold that around like so. And that's going to sit itself right there. And you got these two pegs that are right here. See, right there, those two. They're going to go into those two slots. They're this top one and that one right there. Take them, fold them in like that. Again, same thing on this side. Fold that around like so. Get that around and peg them in. And then the wings, we're going to take them, fold them down, open it up, and just pop this wing. And that might come undone, that's fine. You can do the wings first if you wanted to. Open them up like that. Come on, that's gotta go. Just get these. There we go. All right, and then plug this back in because it may come undone. And then same on this wing over here. Take that, pull it down, pop this one up like so. Let's get that. Go down like that, and then this one just like so. And if that comes undone, just peg it back into place. And there is his plane mode. So now, last thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put this piece on right here. So you're going to take that peg, and that's going to plug into that spot right there. Right there. And just take it, and it goes right inside there just like that. So you can take the guns as well if you wanted to, and you can peg them up here like this. Just like so. Or if you want it more of a, I guess like kind of a cleaner look than that, you could take them alternatively, and let's get that, and peg them right. He's a big jet. You can peg them in right there. So that's all I'm going to do because that's where I like them to be. Just take it, peg it in right there on the side. And that gives you more of a, kind of like the classic Seeker look to it. And I like that better, personally. It's your preference on whatever you want to do. And as far as the feet, and I already had done that, but you want to make sure that they're underneath the plane mode. Just like this, so that way they're kind of hidden and out of the way. And like I mentioned these, keep them like that, and that's going to keep this gap itch from being right there. So there's this plane mode, and it's not too bad. Get these pieces, so these thruster pieces, they're going to go out of the back here. So that way you got these like fire coming out. And like that. So it's a pretty cool plane. It's pretty flat. It's like a more of a flat plane than anything else. If we look at that. But still, it looks pretty neat. It looks pretty, really aerodynamic, I would say. So I like that. I think it's pretty neat looking. Part I liked a lot, which, again, I wish I had, if I would have had batteries, because it's shown this. It's a pretty cool deal. But that's a little, let me see if I'll zoom in there. So that little slider right here is an on-off switch. Right there. It's an on-off switch the LED inside the cockpit area. So when you actually pop open this cockpit like this, what it does is it slides that, and you probably missed that, but when you open it up, it slides that button for you, and it turns on the LED lights, which are essentially right inside here. They light up blue, if I'm not mistaken. It's a pretty cool feature that it'll automatically turn on once you open it up. And then when you want to turn it off, just obviously turn it back off like that. So, zoom out here. I'm going to get him, and I'm going to put him, and he can sit right inside the cockpit area there. So take him, slide him underneath there, just like that, and get his gorilla mouth underneath that portion there, and there you go. He's able to fit right inside the cockpit area. Get his arms situated just right. Come on. There we go. Okay, what's catching here? Come on. Oh, maybe that's what it was. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so he hides away right into his cockpit area so he can fly his plane. So that's really neat. Now he's a big plane mode, so just for comparison, and I can't really keep him on camera here. There he is. And again, I like it. It's cool. I like all the different colors on it. I like the wing shapes. I don't know, there's something about this plane mode that I think is just really cool. If I was to get this figure, I'd keep it in plane mode just because I think that plane mode is cool. And typically I like to keep all my figures in robot mode, but this plane mode looks really neat. And I do love me some planes. So, let's see. I'm going to bring in a Masterpiece Seeker mold. This is the Hasbro Sunstorm. So just kind of show you size comparison wise what this would be like to a Seeker. And I'm going to put them, I don't know how well it's going to show up on camera there, but you can get the idea just how big it is compared to a regular Seeker. I mean, that's pretty big. It's really cool. I like that. I'm going to put him on his flight stand. So the flight stand, take it, and you're just going to peg it into this slot right here. And I usually like to peg it in like this, so that way he's kind of pointing. If you put it that way, or rather I meant, he's going to face down. But if you turn it the other way, he's going to be facing kind of up. And so to me that looks better, like he's flying off into the sky. So that's really neat. That's a cool looking flight stand right there. I dig that. Maybe here, now he's on a flight stand, I can show him with Sunstorm better. Let's see here. Yeah, that kind of gives you a better idea of just the size of these two guys together. Of him with a classic Seeker. So he's obviously a lot bigger than a classic Seeker is, coming down here to the back pieces there. The main body is probably almost the same. The nose cone is a little bit bigger up here, but with this extension here, it makes it look bigger. So there is the Seeker mold. Alright, next we're going to take him from this mode. We're going to put him into his ape mode and then wrap things up. Alright, so going to plane or ape mode. Plane mode, he's in plane mode, goofball. Just going to take all this stuff off. Take this off. Take off all the guns here. And then one thing about the plane mode, I mean, like I said, I like it. It's cool. Obviously, you can see there's a lot of robot bits. You can see the gorilla hands, arms, you know. But it's still, it's not too bad. I think it's really neat. I like it a lot. So I don't know what you guys think about it. You have to let me know in the comments what you think about it. I think it's really neat. Let's take all this stuff off. Put it off to the side. Take this piece off like this. Come on. That pegs in there pretty well too. I always hate like unpegging stuff because then I always end up like hitting my fingernail on something and then it hurts. So come on, you get this little screwdriver just to kind of pick it up a little bit because I don't want to do that to my fingernail again. I did that earlier and it really hurt. There we go. Okay. And let me get him out of here. And so the battery, I think this thing actually, I mean, I know it does. This pops up and the battery goes underneath there, underneath the dashboard area there. And that's how the battery fits inside there. If I had batteries, I would show it. I think I need to start buying batteries and doing it. But I don't put batteries in my figures, and so that's why. All right, let's go ahead and start. We're going to take everything off here like this. Like this. open this stuff up like this. Just get everything back. Oh, I forgot to show. He does have landing gear too, and I forgot to show that, but you can see that right here. Just pop this landing gear up like that. He's got one on both sides. Got here, here, and the other one is right up here. And I'm sorry I forgot to show that, but that landing gear, just take that, pull that like that, and he's got the landing gear there. And he's got these wheels here as well on his knees area, so that's the landing gear. Alright, let's get all this stuff out of the way. Put this back up. Flip that back up. Gotta take these pieces, unpeg these here, unpeg this one here, and we're gonna pull these legs out like this to the side. Unpeg that one, pull that out to the side like this. And we're gonna take these and we're gonna put these back down, these arms. So we gotta put them back down like this. Put this one back down like that, and that's gonna peg back into there. That's gonna peg back into there, if I can get it. Like that, all right. And take this, and do these. Here, a lot of it's untabbing, get everything back to the way it was. Get that there, pull that there, just like that. Take the nose cone, pull this down. Let's get this up out of the way right here. So what's gonna happen, you're gonna have to take these and you'll see these slots that are right here. Let's see how we can see. There's two slots right there. So you're gonna have to fold these arms up and over, and they're gonna peg into there. So you get these arms up like this, and I said to peg them back in there, but I didn't mean to say that. You gotta fold like that. That's gonna come up like this, and you wanna have this rotated to where the bend is going forward. So the bend part's gonna end up going like this, and this peg piece is gonna flip this around to the bottom like this, because you gotta get that and utilize that bend to peg into this spot here. So take that, just get that in, that's gonna peg into right there. Keeping this up, because that's gonna kind of sit on top, and we're gonna do the same thing on the other side here. Just take it, flip that around so that the landing gear is going to be on the bottom here, and then again the bend is going to be bent this way, and then this peg is going to be on the inside like this. Just take that around like that. Make sure you got this thing fully pulled up like so. Take that, peg that one into there, and then that's going to sit just like that. And now we're getting to where these are going to be his monkey legs. So you can take these down if you want to and pull them down like that. And that's going to be his monkey body. So now on the body part, what you want to do is take this and kind of pull this down. You know what? Actually, what I forgot to do, that's my bad, is we need to rotate this right here. I guess I could have done it with that on there, but let me do this again. Got to rotate these legs sections here. Let's do that. This whole waist, it's got to rotate around 180 to get to the back. And I'm just getting everything messy here. Come on. All right. There we go. Rotate that around. That's got to be like that. Okay. There we go. Make sure this is facing the front section here where his little tech spec things are, like that. Now we can take this and we can continue to do what I was doing, which is plugging everything in like that. So let's go and get that up the way I had that, like so. Peg that into that one right there. Just like so. This one, same thing. Take it, do the same thing we just did a minute ago before. I forgot to spin around the waist. And peg that into that other slot right there. There we go. All right. So now this, okay. Right over here, and you, oh well, I'm going to zoom in on that. Right here, and I'll point it out with the little screwdriver, but this right there at the tip of the screwdriver, that's a little peg. And so you can use your finger to get it up, but see that way that just rotates up like that? That's going to rotate up because what that's going to do, it's going to be a peg for the foot here, which is this spot right, whoops, sorry, right there. So I'll show you how that's going to work. So we're going to pull that peg out there. I'm going to go ahead and do it to the other side too. So I'm going to flip them around and get to that peg and just, and yeah, like I said, you can use your finger, but I didn't want to get my fingernail in the way and showing you guys. So you just take that and just pry that up just like so, and then that rotates that peg all the way up just like that. Okay. So now you want to do this to where, okay, let me get this out of the way so we can see a little bit better. You want to do this to where you need this ball joint, whoa, this ball joint. It's got to be, right now it's facing this way, okay? Which, if we're looking at his body, it's facing like this. But you don't want it like that. You want it to face this way here in order to utilize that really well. So we're going to take that, and I just usually like to pull the leg out just a little bit, just so I can get that turned like that. If you see what I'm saying now, you can see where, if I wasn't, there we go. You can see where now it's facing the other way, whereas this one is facing sideways. This one's facing up and down. So take that, and then you're going to rotate this foot to where these are going to be on the outside of him. So rotate that like that, and what you're looking for is this hole right there at the base of that foot that I showed you, and that's going to peg into there. So take that, rotate that down, and you got to have this foot slid in, or the leg I should say slid in, and pull that down. And you want to make sure, and if you put it in all the way, it's going to be too much. You got to leave it out just a little bit. And you're going to take that, I'm going to zoom out some so we can see better. You just take that, and that's going to peg into that peg that we pulled out there, right there. There we go. So now we got one. So we do the same thing on the other side. So again, just take this. Like I said, I usually just pull this out. That way I can get some feel on it. Flip this around to where, again, this design here is going to be on the outside of the body. And then take that and rotate that down, and just line that hole up that's on this very, very corner right there where my fingernail is at. That's going to peg into that slot, that peg right there. So take it and see if I got it. And you'll know also because, like, so this piece right here, you can see that it's, and I'll zoom in, but you can kind of see how that's flattened off right here. This is flattened off. So that's meant to slide right underneath this part here, so it kind of fits really well together there. So you can see that right there, how it just kind of slides right underneath there. And then you're going to get that peg, and that's going to peg right into that corner of that foot right there. Or right there, rather. All right. So now we're getting there. Now we're going to take this, and these are going to be the arms. And so what we want to do here is, and sometimes these things are going to come undone. So you got to be careful with that, because they got to come undone, and you got to reattach them. So get that like this. And so easiest way to talk about this part here, to get the arms, you want to rotate these around so that you see that like little minus looking Mario coin there. Take that one and rotate these to where that one is also facing right there. Okay, so you want to make sure the two little minus signs are facing each other, and then you can see the shape of this piece here that's going to kind of sit right inside there. So take that, that's going to go underneath there. Same thing on this side here, rotate that around like that. Get that underneath there, like so. And then what you're going to do here now is you're going to take this red peg and it's going to go into that hole that's right there. So take that, that's going to secure that into place like that. Same thing on this side over here, you're going to take that and peg that one into that one as well, like so. All right, now we got all that lined up just like that. Okay, last thing we want to do is we're going to want to take the arms, and we're going to want to get the monkey arms and hands out. So take this, and be careful when you open these up, because sometimes, depending on how you pack those arms in there, those hands may get stuck, and you don't want to have the hands pop off, so that little thumb. So the way they're packed in there, when you pack them into robot mode, or pack them away from any other mode that you're in, you want to pack them in just like so, where the fingers are laying flat right up in here with a little bit of a curve, and the thumb is laid over across, so it all packs into there nice and neat when you close it. But when you open it, again, be very careful not to just sit there, because then you may end up, if it gets snagged onto, you're going to pop that finger off and possibly break it. So take that and then grab these fingers here and just kind of lift them up. Don't pull on the fingers, because again, you'll pop them out. So I suggest try getting down underneath here on the palm, or the top of the hand right here, and take that, and then make sure you got your finger underneath it, and then pull out the whole hand there. Again, just that way you don't want to end up breaking your fingers off on your figure. So then pop that out like that. Close this up, and then you're going to take this, we're going to fold this down like that, fold that down like that, and that comes down just like that. Let me show you again on this side here. So just open it up, just like so. Be careful when you open it up. Pick the fingers up just like this. Again, don't pull on the fingers, just lift them up and get right here on the top of the hand there. Get your finger underneath that, pull that up. And now that you have that lifted up like that, then you can go ahead and reach up and grab the inner palm and the top of that, and then pull your hand out like that. Again, just careful with the fingers there so you don't break them. Pull that out, close this up, fold that like that, there and there. Alrighty, now we got him transformed. The last thing we gotta do is just get his Headmaster on. So, and I'm gonna bend his legs here and bend his arms out. Bend his legs up, get him in like a gorilla type stance, like so and so. Oh, actually the last thing is there are 2 heel spurs right here on the back of his little gorilla feet that I'm gonna use a screwdriver because my nails aren't long enough to get underneath there. So just take that and just pull that, and then you got a heel spur right there. So that's really neat because he's gonna need it. Actually, I say that, but he really doesn't, because he was able to hold himself really fine before I figured out those heel spurs were there. He was still holding himself up pretty well, so they're just an added bonus. So that's cool that they put those on there. So put those on like that. Get his hands, and kind of get them into like a gorilla, I don't know what you call it, gorilla pose, I guess. I don't speak gorilla, so I'm not sure what it's called. To do one, and then do the other, like that. Let's get it back. Alright, so the last part is just to get his little Headmaster. Take him, and we're going to pop him and put him onto his body. So easiest thing to do is take these 2 pieces off right here, just unpeg them like this, and then take that and then pop it on first before you just try and shove it on just like that. So take that, pop it in, and then go ahead and close these back up like that. And there he is in his ape mode, or gorilla mode. I keep saying ape, but it's gorilla mode. And so just to kind of show you, if you want to just see him stand up, he can stand up and hold himself pretty well, like straight, considering that he is pretty back heavy with all this back here. But you can see he holds himself very well. So that's pretty cool. He looks like his old G1 toy. And he's a robotic gorilla. So I mean, my thing is I don't really care for, maybe, I think they could have made these a little bit bigger, I thought. I think that would look better, but still, I mean, he's a robot and he's a gorilla, so I mean, that's, what are you gonna do, right? So he's cool. You know, he's got his little robot gorilla pose to him, like that. You can get him to come down. Like I said, the head doesn't really rotate all that much up or down, so you don't really get a whole lot of movement out of that. But still, it's a pretty cool looking mode either way. Size comparison wise, don't have anything really to put next to him, so I'm just gonna put this here, which you guys know who this is. Just because he's a beast as well. Obviously that's not masterpiece scale, but just kind of give you an idea of what how big it is in that mode right there. Also just because I'm just going to pull back in Optimus Prime MP10 just to show you size-wise next to MP10. There he is. So he's really big and wide and beefy. And but really neat looking. I wonder if I stand him up on his legs again. How tall does he look next to Prime? Let's see. So kind of just standing him up straight next to MP10, you can see how much taller or how much smaller he is now in his ape mode than he was in his robot mode compared to MP10. But still, he's a good sized body. He's really wide. Like, it's a wide bot compared to Prime there. So really cool looking guy. That's it for me, you guys. Thanks for watching. Please leave me some comments below. What do you think of this guy? If this is something that you're going to want to order, I'm going to put a link in the description below where you can get him from. And until next time, you guys, stay safe.